What's up, YouTube? How you doing? How you doing? This video gonna be about polarizing, but you respected them. Your choices are Karl Malone, Larry Holmes, Terrell Owens. This is an interesting threesome here. Three guys that were great at what they did, but they were definitely polarizing for different reasons. Terrell Owens is probably more popular than the others, especially with the Sharpie and his antics and his Super Bowl appearance. And he had some commercial appeal, but he was very outspoken. The NFL made him pay and wait for his play. He took pride in what he did. He got into with Don McNabb. He got into with Jeff Garcia. He wouldn't be known to get infused well on the sidelines and showed a lot of passion, and he was a very polarizing figure. You know, Bill Parcells didn't want him in Dallas, but Jerry Jones did. And wherever he went, T.O. was a show. And in my honest opinion, the third greatest wide receiver ever. Only Jerry Rice and Randy Moss is who I have over him. He was one of a kind. Could have been second if he don't drop some of them balls. Had Philadelphia won that Super Bowl against New England, he may have been second. Because he outplayed the Patriots. He was great. The McNabb choked that up. But T.O. is like one of the best that doesn't get his due. He's very polarizing, and people have a lot of thoughts and takes about it. But I thought that, polarizing, you respect him, and you look at him and you think, okay, who's this guy? How he rank up? But that's a real interesting one. Next up, we have Larry Holmes, who was a heavyweight champion, who beat Ali, sparred Ali, etc. And he was the brother that we used to always say that he was number one, but nobody cared because there was nobody there, when he was winning. He was a brawler with no personality and the charisma, but he could win. He was a great fighter, had an incredible jab. We like Larry, but Larry Holmes wasn't for everybody. It wasn't for everybody. It's just one of those things where he just was kind of nonchalant. So, what do you want me to say? I mean, we like the way he fought. He was making a threat at Rocky Marciano's record, and they couple suspect decision fights with Michael Spink, which was, again, but he lost that fight to Mike Tyson. He went 4 rounds where he got knocked out, but he could hold his own. He was a bad dude. I have much respect for Larry Holmes. He's still, he spoke his mind. He was opinionated. He was a brother. He just didn't have crossover appeal, and people held it against him. Sometimes it's funny how this works, how people want street cred, but then when you don't have commercial appeal, then they work it against you. And last but not least, certainly not least, is Karl Malone, the mailman, who is the third all-time leading scorer in NBA history, one of the greatest power forwards. Some people debate him with Tim Duncan, Charles Barkley. When you talk about the greatest power forwards ever, depends on what era you came in, how you saw. He just happened to run against Michael Jordan those 2 back-to-back finals they lost, but he was a 2-time league MVP. But make no mistake, he got better as his career went on. But he was very polarizing. He was a self-professed black redneck, and he was a brother who was country and lived and did his thing. And some people didn't like the fact that he wasn't crossover, that they thought he was a sellout. They had a lot to say to him. But he's been respected as years have gone by. I mean, he took care of himself. He did what he's supposed to do. It's just that he didn't have that. He wasn't grinning and hanging all on the TVs, and he wasn't cut out like that. So 3 of the most polarizing. Which one of them do you think left the lasting mark of the 3? That's an interesting question, because you can make a case for all 3 of them in different ways. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Karl Malone, Larry Holmes, Terrell Owens, 3 polarizing brothers. And who do you think left that mark? Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share if you like, and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.